on this right here. I don't know if you've ever seen this before. This is an item that can go ahead and save you a lot of money in backpacking. So basically what we're doing is we're taking fuel from a kind of a full canister, and then we're going to transfer it into a small canister right over there. And I went ahead and already did some of the testing. Let me go ahead and, I don't like seeing other door in the way. There we go. So I went ahead and already took some stuff prior to, like I already went ahead and took the small ones, and this is what I plan on putting the fuel in. So I'm gonna have to heat these ones up and make these cold. So I actually hit these on some ice blocks over here to keep them cold, and then I got some other, these ones right here, actually soaking in hot water right now, and the temperature right now is at 116 Fahrenheit. So hey, what up, T-Bird? So we're doing some tests, and our first test that we're gonna do is, if we look at the board right here, we're gonna take a jet boil canister. So I already have this one soaking in hot water. This, and we're gonna weigh this. Because right now this thing is pretty much full, and we're gonna weigh this, and we have 339 grams. So we're gonna mark that right on this right here. 339. Okay. And then we're going to transfer this fuel into, I'm going to grab an empty one. This one right here is pretty empty. Go ahead and weigh it. And it's at 109 grams. Okay, so this one right here is 109. So we're going to transfer some of these, and let me get these ones ready too. So I'm going to put these in the hot water as well. There we go. And I haven't done this in a while, but I figure that might as well, I'm doing it, might as well go ahead and do it live and show you guys how I do it. Now, I do recommend, if you've never done this before, and if you're new to the channel, check out the link in the description. There's some warnings that I have about these things right here, and I highly recommend that you take a look at those, that video, before actually watching this video. It might summarize everything a little bit better versus me just kind of doing it live. So we're gonna put this thing on. Jeez, I haven't done this in a long time. I've been playing with an alcohol stove. Okay, so let's see. There's it says right here. There's an in and an out. Okay, so we want the gas to go in here. So go ahead and tighten this one up. And this is the cold one. It sounds like it's already leaking gas. Okay, just got to screw it on tighter, a lot more tighter than I anticipated. And I like to wear gloves when you're doing this, just because some of the gas can actually leak out of here, and if it lands on your skin, it does burn the skin. So I recommend wearing some kind of protection. And this is usually where the dangerous part happens, right here. So you take this is the hot can, and I'm gonna stick it on. And what happens is some of this gas will actually like flicker down as in a liquid, and it can burn your hand. Let me adjust the cameras. Actually, I'll just do it back here so you guys can kind of see it. All right, and then I'll do like a close version so you guys can actually see what it looks like from far and see what it looks like from close. So we're gonna screw this on. Make sure that this is nice and tight. And it might drip out a little bit, so you gotta do it fast. Okay. And what I'd like to do is, now this on, we're going to take this and turn this a little bit. And you can actually hear it going. You hear that? And if you turn it around, switch it around, it makes it go a little bit faster. So I don't do it too long. Okay. Let's now go ahead and weigh this. So I'm going to take this off. Actually, we'll go a little bit more. Only because I can kind of feel like how much is actually in there just by hearing the sound. But if you're not familiar with this, like don't turn it on too long. All right, let's take out the bottom. And again, watch out because you don't want how do the different gases mix? I really don't know. I've never actually really cared to look into like the science behind it. To me, they're pretty much all the same. But it would make more sense to use Jetboil and Jetboil. But this is what I bought. So let's weigh this now. So we had it at 109. And now it's up to 166. So we actually have about another 30 more grams of fuel that we can actually add into it. I don't like going to the very top on these things. I just kind of like to fill them up as much as I can. And to me, that's fine. So that's 166. So I'm going to write this one down. 166. That's the weight on this one. Okay. And that was the weight previously. There we go. So we put in about almost like 50 grams of fuel into this can. So that's one. Can you overfill the canisters? You can, Josh. And that's why I don't like to go all the way to the very top. Oh, I was just thinking about you. Thanks, Jennifer. What up, Jennifer? Yeah, that's why I don't like going to the very top because you don't want it to explode or anything. So I always take the safety precaution. Hey, T-Bird's on there. What up, y'all? So now I'm going to take one that's not as full. Actually, I do want to weigh this. So I could transfer the rest, but I want to. These ones right here are almost empty, and I just want to pretty much throw these ones away. So I'm going to get all the fuel that I can out of these other ones before I throw them away. So I'm going to take this thing off. And again, just make sure that when you turn this, the liquid gas doesn't fall out onto your hands. And again, I recommend watching the video that I put in the description because there are some safety concerns, and I have made plenty of mistakes with this before. Okay, so we're gonna grab another one. Now these are both cold. Okay, I actually have them on the ice block right now, and they're still staying kind of cold. And let's go ahead and weigh that. That's 144. That one's actually not too bad. 142. All right, so 142. Let's mark that down right here. 142. And I actually been soaking this one. This one weighs currently 164. 164. So this one is actually almost empty right here. So I'm gonna try to, like, even to the sound, you don't hear a whole lot. So I don't think I'm gonna get much out of this. I'm hoping just maybe get a couple grams of fuel, and then I'll end up tossing this one. Now, I've also heard of people taking this tool on their through hikes because when they go to hiker boxes, they end up finding a bunch of like half ones, and they use this right here to actually fill up all their canisters. So this thing I think was only like $10. I bought it when I bought it. It was only like $7, and I thought it was going to be like a kind of a gimmick item. I was kind of nervous about buying it, but I bought it and I wanted to test it out because I wanted to save some money, and I had a bunch of these canisters that were always like half full, and I was trying to figure out the best way to do it, so I decided to get this thing right here. All right, let's screw this thing on. Go kind of fast. And we're going to take this. This is warm can, cold can. So this doesn't have much in it. But we'll see if we can get anything in it. All right, twist it. You can actually smell some of this. You might want to do this outside as well. So we'll turn it. Okay, you can hear a little bit. You hear that? Now it's almost. But if I shake this, you can actually hear a little bit more. If I don't move it, see that? Nothing. Shake it, and I'm trying to get the rest of it down into the cup. Now I might have to actually keep this one a little bit more hot. My water is actually getting kind of cold now. It's at 109 right now. I did have it like pretty warm, but it doesn't sound like there's any more coming out. So let's go ahead and take that off and see how much fuel we actually got in here. So turn it back up. Okay, take that off. Take this off. Thanks for joining me live, by the way, on this Wednesday. I try to go live every Wednesday and talk about backpacking stuff. Okay. Put that one on there pretty good. Okay. So first I want to weigh this, see how much gas came out of it. 156. So I'm at 157 actually. So only about 7 grams. Doesn't sound like a lot. And we actually didn't get hardly anything. We're still at 143. So we didn't get much out of that. I kind of figured that I wasn't going to get much. You can't really hear anything. Again, I might have to get the water a little bit more warm. Feeling this can. This can's feeling a little bit more warm. Go ahead and weigh it. 159. You can tell that I've pretty much got these ones pretty much dried out. And we're going to do this, try to get as much gas before I reuse this one. This one is pretty full. And I'm going to put that back in the hot water. Let it soak a little bit longer. All right, so again, we want the fuel to go inside this. Okay, put it on nice and tight. Make sure everything's tight. There's like nothing in this. This is almost pointless. But I'll try it anyways. See how much gas we can get, if anything. All right. Try to dump it in there. You can almost hear a little bit something. Not a whole lot. Again, like if I really wanted to, you could let this sit for a little bit longer. Maybe a full minute. But there's not really much in this canister right here. Okay. Go ahead and close it. I don't think I got anything out of it. Relay, I actually lost some just by pulling it on and off. So I'm back at 142. So that was actually kind of a waste. I kind of figured. But let's fill it up with the other one. I paused the movie for the stream. Thanks, Josh. I appreciate it, man. What movie are you watching? Anything worthwhile? Okay. Now we're gonna go back to this one. F1. F1. What is that about? Let's go ahead and weigh that. Okay. I really should heat up this can. The can's almost not even that hot. 270. So 278. Okay. That's from the jet oil. So we're actually going to transfer a good amount. All right. Okay. Going in. Kind of give you guys a close up. So we just slide this on. Again, this part right here says in. Let me see if I can go ahead and change the camera view for a second. Okay. So it says in right there. Putting it on tight. Okay. And then we're going to take the other can. And again, we're looking at about 275. Screws on. And you can hear it almost instantly. Oh, did you see all that gas that came out? Luckily, I was wearing gloves, so it didn't really burn me a whole lot. And then as soon as I turn this lever right here, do you still use canister or alcohol? I use both. Right now, I've been on the alcohol kick right now. You can hear it taking off. In the wintertime, I'll switch over to canister just because it's easier to boil. Okay. That's probably pretty good right there. I don't like to go too full. All right. This is back to being a tight. So I shut off the transfer right now. And I'm just going to unscrew these two. Okay. Actually, I want to weigh this real fast. Okay. 182. So if you look at the board, 182, we're almost maxed out right here. So we're at 182. So to me, that one's full. Let's go ahead and transfer some into this one. Okay, let me get the weight on this. Have you seen the croc? Yes, I have. I've seen that. Some of my friends that like through a hike and do like some like long distance stuff, they soak, and we always joke about, yo, Nick, you should like switch over to using the croc pouch thing. So it's like a little fanny pack that you put your cold soaked food in there, and then you wear it around, and then you actually heat it up that way. Heat up your food based on your body temp. 146 is a gram right there. Yeah. Quickly just demonstrate because I don't want people to like get lost. So what Josh is talking about, it's like you put your food in here, and then you put this inside your pants, and then you hike, and then it's like cold soaking, but you use your body temperature to actually heat up the food. So hopefully I demonstrated that. Okay. So we have this 146 right there. That's a PG demo. It sure is, man. All right, let me actually I don't care how much what the weight is on this, to be honest. You're welcome. Thank you. So usually I put on this side on first, but let's see what happens if I go reverse, see if it makes a difference. Again, this really isn't that warm anymore. So I've been using some water over here and kind of like reading the temperature. But I just wanted to demonstrate everything out here live, so I'm not running the hot water again. So let's screw this thing on. Wait, was this the full one? Or is this the full one? 182. 144. Okay. So let's go ahead and put this thing back on. Okay, so no difference. Okay. All right. So this is on pretty tight. I'm gonna turn this. Dab it up, T. And turn. And again, you can kind of hear it. I can actually feel the temperature of the gas almost dripping through. Again, you can hear it. All right, that's good enough for me. Sounds like a lot just went through. And weight 170. Let's go ahead and add a little bit more. One Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7 10. Okay. All right. 187. I'm actually really happy with that number. Not because it means anything bad. I mean, we're good. But you know what it means. Like, it means that it's almost full. So let's weigh this right here. Things already always get it on so tight. And you want it on tight, super tight. Okay. Let's weigh this. 190. And if we look at the board, we're at 190. 190 grams. So that's 190 from, originally we had it at 339. And we were able to fill up all these. Let's see. It's 183. 190. Oh, there's this one right here. 190. So pretty much we are able to get that one's pretty much full because 199 is max. 182 is pretty much max. That one's pretty high, and that's about more than 3/4 max. Is that about right? Yeah, 3/4. 8, 6/8. So we did actually pretty good. Okay. All right. So that was a quick little video. that I wanted to display on how to transfer gas. Again, all you need is this thing right here. This is like a $10 thing that I thought was a gimmick item. I put the link of it in my description below. Is there really such a... Yes, T, there is. It is really a thing. The crock pot thing is for real, 100%. Yeah, Josh is, he's not lying. It's something that backpackers do. Like, you know Nick, right, T? He's in a lot of my videos, like my out west stuff. We did at AT, the Chateau Trace together. He's the one that we always joke about because he's the next person that I would see actually using it. He code soaks all the stuff. Same with John, and we've talked about maybe his next thing is going to be the pouch that you put inside your pants, because he cold soaks already and has the food already warmed up by the time he gets to camp. I've never done it before. Maybe it's something I should at least attempt to try, because I tried pretty much almost anything. But again, I just want to do a quick little video on the easiness of this right here. For more details, you can actually see it. Yep, Nick. Bill, you want views? There you go. That's right. Come check out the crock pot. It works amazing. OnlyFans. Well, cool, guys. I appreciate all the support. I'm really close to getting monetized. I'm so happy. I'm at this morning when I checked, I was at 3.599. So I'm so close to getting monetized, and it's all because of you guys helping support the channel. So hope you guys have a great Wednesday. Short little video, about 30 minutes long. If you want to see more details, check out the description down below. All right, well, I'm out of here. Josh, enjoy your movie, F1. I'm not sure what movie that is. Oh, wait. That's that new movie with Brad Pitt, right? Yeah, I think that's what you're talking. I think that just came out. I don't think I will watch that one video either. Yeah, I don't recommend it. But yeah, safety first. Wear those gloves before you do it, so you don't burn your hands. So yeah, Coach Bill's 405, and I'm out of here. Thanks for joining the little video, and I'll see you guys next week. All right, night. Peace. Don't forget to subscribe. No spicy food in crock pot. I'm like going to hit the off button, and then all of a sudden Josh correcting up by writing a comment like that. Yeah, don't do the spicy in there. All right, adios.